In few hours from now, NASA's Artemis 2 will lift off and do a flyby of the moon. But before we go into that, let's quickly look at what Artemis itself is. In ancient Greek religion and mythology, Artemis is the goddess of hunting, the wilderness, wild animals, transition, nature, vegetation, childbirth, care of children, and chastity. In later times, she was identified with Selene, the personification of the moon. Artemis, or NASA's Artemis, is the twin sister of Apollo and goddess of the moon in Greek mythology. Now she personifies our path to the moon as the name of NASA's effort to return astronauts and a new wave of science payloads and technology demonstration to the lunar surface. The NASA's Artemis program is a moon exploration program led by the United States National Aeronautics and Space Administration, formally established in 2017 via Space Policy Directive 1. The program is intended to re-establish a human presence on the moon for the first time since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972, with the stated long-term goal of human presence on the lunar surface. Therefore, one can conclude that we are going back to the moon for scientific discovery, economic benefit, and inspiration for a new generation of explorers. The underlying goal of the Artemis program is to eventually send Americans to the moon for the first time in more than 50 years, with a longer term goal of achieving mission to Mars and beyond. Artemis 2 will test and demonstrate optical communications to and from Earth using the Orion Artemis 2 Optical Communication System (O2O). The O2O hardware will be integrated into the Orion spacecraft and include an optical module, a 4-inch 100 mm telescope, and two gimbals, a model and a control electronics. A total of 4 astronauts will be aboard the Artemis 2 program. The craft 4 astronauts are Christiana Koch, Victor Glover, Red Wiseman, and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen will first orbit Earth before traveling around the moon. The journey is expected to take around 10 days. But here is the big question. The Artemis 2 is not landing on the moon. But why won't Artemis 2 land on the lunar surface? The short answer is because it doesn't have the capability. This is not a lunar lander, said Patty Casas, Honorable Deputy Lead for Mission Analysis and Integrated Assessment and at the NASA headquarters. In Artemis 2, the main cause of concern is the Orion capsule heat shield, which protects the spacecraft and its crew during re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. When temperature outside reaches over 2,700 degrees Celsius. The integrated SLS Space Launch System rocket and Orion spacecraft, which will hold the 4 astronauts flying the mission, arrive at the launch pad just before 7 p.m. on Saturday. Through Artemis Lunar Exploration Program, NASA will use innovative new technology and system to explore more of the moon than ever before. NASA will collaborate with commercial and international partners to establish sustainable mission by 2028. Follow us for more space updates. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. For more updates on NASA Artemis program, kindly subscribe.